Hey guys, so today I'm going to be installing some LED headlights into this 2009 Hyundai Santa Fe. It's the one that has the H11B headlights that you can't really get direct replacement LEDs for. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to replace them without doing any modifications to the actual headlight unit itself. You have to modify the end of the LED slightly, but it's fairly simple. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so removing this headlight's fairly easy. You can see there's two 10mm bolts on the top of the headlight housing, and there's also one in the back here. There's a 10mm nut right down there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Okay, so once you got the two bolts and the one nut removed, you kind of just got to finagle this headlight out. I guess there's also one connector, single connector, you have to unplug on the back of the headlight. It's just kind of in the center at the bottom. You should be able to find it, no problem. You can see the location here for the connector. Okay, so once you got your headlight out, there's three little compartments in the back. Your high beam, this is your regular low beam, and this is your side marker. So the one you want to be doing is going to be this low beam. Now, if you see inside there, you can see the original H11B, and it fits directly into a connector. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Just got to twist it. There, pull it straight out. So the H11B has a connector built into the actual headlamp, and that fits into a connector. So here's what the back of the headlight looks like in the stock form. You can see that the headlamp bulb connector is built into the actual back of the bulb mount there. So what you're going to do at this point is just go ahead and remove those three Phillips head screws. Okay, so this is the LED that I bought. It's like super cheap. It's on eBay, all over the place. Get the one with the fan built into it, because these housings are actually enclosed. Once you put the cap back on, it's all sealed up, and there's no natural air movement across the back of the LED's heatsink. So you're going to need to have something that has a fan to keep air moving across it, or else it's going to overheat and shut off while you're driving. I've had that happen previously with a different LED. Anyways, just to show you what you have to do is actually, if you want to retain all the parts to be stock, which I do in case I ever just want to be able to click back in a regular H11B bulb, then you have to modify the connector of the LED. Now, what I did was actually use the pair of side cutters, and I basically hacked off all the plastic on the one side so that it can actually fit into the connector here, and then I will tape it all up. So I'll just show you here. Okay, so here you can see it. The connector is inside the original connections from the H11Bs. No modification was done to the actual stock parts of the Santa Fe's headlight. Okay, so here it is with the actual LED bulb turned into the connection on the headlight there. You can see everything's retained in stock form. You're going to have to really tightly use some electrical tape to tape on this connector to make sure that it won't vibrate out or pull out while you're driving. But before you do that, you're going to want to plug it in to the vehicle to make sure that you have it connected the proper way, because if the positive and the negative are reversed, the LED will not illuminate. So I'm going to go ahead and just plug it back in, check it, and make sure that I got the connections right. Okay, so I just plugged this in here to try. It's just sitting here, just reconnected the connector, and the LED is there, but you can see it's not illuminated, so I actually have the connection backwards, and I'll have to chop off the other side of that connector to make it fit. Okay, so I flipped over the connector. I had to chop a bit of the one side here to make it fit the other way. The only way to actually verify which way you have your connector is by testing it, so I just took a gamble and I got the wrong one initially. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and tape this all up and reinstall this into the housing. Okay, so I just put it back in with the polarity reversed on the LED and plugged it back in just to make sure there wasn't a problem with the LED itself, and you can see now it's working. Okay, so I got this thing taped up. It looks kind of shitty there, but I guarantee you that's not coming off. It's in the connector there, and it's all taped up really nicely. So now you can go ahead and install that back into the housing. Okay, so there it is, installed. Everything's back in there, taped up. Should be good to go. Okay, so there you have it. Finished in the installation. Looks good. Nice.